Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Monkey Hero Adventures. We are about to check out here the main scenario quest. We're going to pick up right where we left off. We're going to try to do 3.2 today. We're going to start with Anitower as it once was. Alphino, Monkey, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamine, Hoary Boulder, and Coltonay. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite. In fact, it seems once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Lim Salaminsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. What wonderful news. To think that our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphino. Ah, Thancred and Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may have just found the answer. Monkey, when you were fleeing Ul'dah with Minfilia, you said that hydalen spoke to her shortly before they parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, I have no reason to suspect that it is not. It seems reasonable to conclude that hydalen commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, how subtle, must surely leave some residual trace. A lingering disturbance in the aether, a ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground, or Monkey, felled the ultimate weapon, and the sight of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that hydalen intervened to shield June from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the aether therein. The two of you, alone. I have proven knack for subterfuge, and I'm confident that there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl when the patrol passes. Besides, if you and Monkey come along, who will see Flamine's grand homecoming? Oh, when you put it like that. Very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Anitower and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose you to meet them at Lim Salaminsa docks? Sure. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Oh, Monkey. How have you been? Come here and let me have a good look at you. Thank the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tataru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter about the Harnish vessel. pained us not being there when you needed us most. But we made the most of it, didn't we, Colton? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. Yeah, about that. We won't know where she is. What do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me. I'm sure you did everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me. And he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return and busy myself in the meantime. For certainty, there is much more to be done. The braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions and long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business, then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me, it is true, but not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scion's. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydalen's intervention will lead us to her.
It feels so good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us, just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we've shared so much. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. Aliane, Ephemy, it fills my heart to see you both hale and healthy. What of Higiri? She is well, though abroad on mission at present. It's just the same. This just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. We could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions brings a bloody tear to the eye. To secret oneself in a ship's hold to secure safety of passage of faraway land. This is a tale we all know too well. When they all rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? Come, there is no need to be shy. Pray, grant me a moment longer, at least. Though I am happy to oblige you, my legs are rather less accommodating. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who are yet to return. Once we've settled in, I will join the search. Or, what in the seven hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona? Why, you, brother. You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained, and I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet, now that you're here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You trained with the Harnish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. Aye, I have studied the trials of the braves and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alphino. I know we will. Menphilia, Ida, Papalymo, every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Thancred and Kryl contacted me a short while ago. It was seen that their foray into Castrum Meridianum bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Ishtola in Idleshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guests of honor, I expect she will forgive me in return for her daughter. If I return with her daughter. My apologies. I see that I am the last to arrive, so what news have you for us? Well, we postulated that there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima weapon's destruction. A ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believe hydalen shielded me with the blessing of light. To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Silda aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. Hydalen, there is no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used to flow, it appeared that not 2, but 3 beings had been affected. Yet unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in the sea of Aether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that communing with hydalen, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Hydalen interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Hydalen may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of a gifted individuals to her side. You're implying, I take it, that hydalen guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic? And that she might summon her body and soul into the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there. For our blessing, that means to do so already exists. I speak of the Anitower, a Charlene construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who for another blessing refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was a keeper of the Anitower. I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. And off we go to Matoya. Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Ah, though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Anitower, though we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the ethereal sea. And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Anitower was sealed save one. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Forum's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. Monkey can go. Take the magicless road, too, if you'd like. He's no use to me. The rest of you will stay and work, and I'll hear no argument. Those are my terms. Oh, and I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, Monkey. Thancred, no. Your etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick with aether, so close to the ethereal sea, would be to risk further impairment, or worse. But Minfilia could be in there waiting for us. And you could die, and for what? If she is waiting beyond, Monkey will find her. Trust in him. Have faith. Damn it all. Bring her back to us. And now we go into the Anitower. Again, last time I checked, these like post dungeons, I don't think you can use the trusts. Oh, you can. Oh, in a future update. Okay, so we just gotta wait for it to pop. Says about 8 minutes. Back off to doing some hunt logs. And everything else is in a dungeon. Let's go back to Idleshire and check on our retainers, I guess, while we wait for the dungeon to pop. Well, poop. I'm waiting on the thing to pop here. Oh, I did do Bismarck Extreme, so I should be able to turn that in. Yep. Done. And now I got to speak with Unukalai at the Rising Stones. Killed Bismarck. You're welcome. Well, I did not expect it to take this long on a Friday afternoon. And yet it is. Oh, I'm very sorry about the wait here. what to do. We could go shopping. But, eh. Yay! Well, there it is. I always like this room right here. It's all upside down. Everything is pretty cool. And the creepy ass dolls, Kelka and Brina. Yay! I guess why wouldn't you guard the ethereal sea with nightmare fuel?
Through time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the Mother. We, who were once called Minfilia. Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, hydalen guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we had lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think. Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea. Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Thank the 12!
Did you find her? Did you find Minfilia?
The word of the mother? I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryle?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of hydalen than Minfilia. And if hydalen has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying... Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Thancred, wait! No. No, this is all wrong.
guys, we are going to leave it off right there. We'll pick up on our story on the next time. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Sorry for the long wait on the dungeon queue, and we'll see you in the next one.